Our first question today comes from Rose. Rose asks, the programs I offer are so multifaceted that I have difficulty describing what it is that we do. Primarily, our participants learn a universal program in natural horsemanship for stress reduction and self-discovery. However, spiritual enlightenment is a door to higher consciousness. I'm looking for suggestions on how to market myself more effectively so that we can get more customers taking the programs. Okay, thank you for the question, Rose. I really appreciate it. The first key really here is to understand what the true benefit your customers are going to get from working with you, and to be really clear about how you're going to get them to that benefit. And then obviously, of course, making sure that you're targeting people who are interested in, number one, achieving that result and doing it in a manner that you can help them with. So the benefit is the outcome that they're going to get after they get the result that you promised them. So let me explain what that means. If the result that you promised them is increased spiritual enlightenment, what is it that they get after they achieve that? So here's how that works. You start with a feature of your product or service. So in this case, it's working with horses to facilitate stress reduction and self-discovery. The advantage of having that reduced stress and learning more about yourself is that you become more spiritually aware and that you ultimately have a spiritual breakthrough. Now, the benefit of the spiritual breakthrough is that you're no longer bothered by material-based demands of the world around you. You can focus on giving your unique gift to the world and to a world that desperately needs it. Okay, now I'm not exactly sure if that totally makes perfect sense because I just don't know what people get to do after they've had their spiritual breakthrough. But I hope you get the idea. So basically, to find the ultimate benefit, what you want to do is keep asking the question. It's the most important question you can ask. What's so good about that? So let me walk you through that. We work with horses to facilitate stress reduction. Well, what's so good about that? Well, when you're less stressed, you spend more time. You're more effective. You're more focused, and you can learn more about yourself while being calmer and happier. Well, what's so good about that? Well, when you're calmer and happier and you're able to look at yourself in a different way, ultimately you're going to have a spiritual breakthrough or some kind of an awakening. Well, what's so good about that? Well, when you've had an awakening, you come to know your true purpose in life. You're freed from the shackles of materialism, and you can give fully of yourself to the world. Well, what's so good about that? Basically, you just keep going, keep asking that question. What's so good about that? What's so good about that? Until you basically can't answer it anymore, and that becomes your ultimate benefit. We have all-season radial tires. What's so good about that? Well, they have a special technology that will hold your car on the road even in icy, rainy conditions. What's so good about that? Well, you're not going to fall off. You're not going to slide off the road and crash if you get hit by a sudden storm. What's so good about that? Your family is going to be safe and sound when you're driving them home or driving them wherever you need to take them. What's so good about that? Well, basically that's it. You can have confidence in yourself that your family is going to be safe, right? That's the ultimate benefit. And in the example of Michelin tires, they in their commercials they didn't say that, but they showed it by always putting a baby right in the middle of the tire at the end of the commercial. It really brought that home for people, just how important it really is to have good tires, and stuff like that. So that's the way you really want to focus on getting to the core benefit of of whatever it is that you offer. Is keep asking, what's so good about that? What's so good about that? And you can actually do this for every single feature of your product or service. So if let's say you're a weight loss coach. So one of the features is that you're available during early morning and late evening for professionals, say before and after work, or for busy moms, before and after or during the day, maybe when the kids are at school. That's a feature. So what's so good about that? Well, you can still work, focus on your health, on your well-being, while also and not take away from your family. What's so good about that? Well, when you're healthy, vibrant, and fit, you have more energy, and you have more. You're just more aware, and you have more flexibility. What's so good about that? Well, you can really be there with your kids when they're there with you and they really want to, that you can get down and play with them on the carpet, in the backyard, whatever it is. So you can be a great mom, right? That's the ultimate benefit. Or you can, if you're a busy professional, you work out early and late, so that when you go into those power business meetings, you're full of energy, you're full of vitality, you're full of confidence, and people know that you're someone to be taken seriously. You're gonna knock them on their butts in these power meetings. So that's why you really want to focus on what the ultimate benefit is. So Rose, really think about how you can take that for your program. You're working with people using horses as a means to an end, and that you're going to get them a particular result, but what benefit does that result get them? So keep asking that. What's so good about that? What's so good about that? And eventually you're going to come, and you're not going to be able to answer it anymore, and you're going to find that ultimate benefit is the end, is where you can't answer that question anymore. What's so good about that? That's it. Okay, great. Thank you for that, Rose.